Happy Tuesday. Every time I hear that music, I get excited. It just makes me feel good. That music's by Jones and Company. Just in case you wanted to know, Cheryl Jones was one of our guests on one of our first shows, and she allows us to use their music for the intro. And so we want to say thank you to them and just give them credit for their music. It's Tuesday, December 21 in the year 2021, and welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with Tom, brought to you by the Best Girl Consulting Firm. So this is our last show of the year. Yes, another year has gone by, and while it has had its ups and downs, we've managed and done our best to enjoy it here on Tuesdays, and we hope you have been able to as well. Now, we will not be here next week, but we'll resume on January 5th in the new year of 2022. But we've got a fun show for you today, and yes, he is here. Who? Well, you know who. We waited all year, and yes, Santa is visiting with us today, all the way from that North Pole of Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah, Santa's going to be our G-list guest today. Santa Nathaniel Rutledge hopped in his sled this morning and is visiting with us here on Tuesdays with Tom, just as he did last year. And you know what? Santa Nathaniel brought us some goodies in terms of Christmas trivia, Christmas questions. Santa Nathaniel wants to make sure that everyone is up on their American Christmas trivia. So if you're out there and if your chat is handy, like Antley keeps his handy, Santa has left me some questions for you guys. And so before we get to him, let me just say good morning to all. Antley is already. Jay Jackson, good morning. And everybody else who's out there this morning. If you are ready, then here we go. So I got three questions I want to ask this morning, and anybody can answer them. Anybody can answer them in the chat, or anybody from the show can answer them. In the movie A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts show up in that movie? How many ghosts show up in the movie A Christmas Carol? Anybody got an answer out there? Anybody know? So, Antley, you don't know, huh? Don't be trying to look it up real fast. The answer is 4. All right. I got a couple more quick questions. You all remember Elvis, I'm sure. Elvis was a different kind of fella. He didn't wish for a white Christmas. What color Christmas did Elvis wish for? Anybody? Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have what color Christmas? Y'all are a little bit slow this morning. Elvis is going to have a blue Christmas. Okay, we got plenty of more, but first, let me give credit to our sponsors. The G-List, of course, is sponsored by Mainstream Financial Services. Mainstream Financial brings financial vision and clarity to your retirement plans. Talk to the folks at Mainstream and don't let your money run out before you do. This edition of Tuesday with Tom, of course, is brought to you by our partners, the Best Girl Consulting Firm. Best Girl has been providing customized solutions to executive issues for over 34 years. Let's hear from Best Girl.
Best Girl is a consulting firm that provides customized leadership, access and inclusion, public relations, communications, and organizational consulting services. Clients include Fortune 500 companies, utilities, higher education institutions, small businesses, and associations. Best Girl's team of consultants, led by Joyce Gossom, Emily Hedrick, and Sean Jones, partners with business and education clients to promote organizational effectiveness, communication, motivation, and leadership, with always an impact on the bottom line. Best Girl's customized consulting services include strategic planning, corporate communication, executive coaching, fundraising, and economic development.
Creates the solution that fits your needs. Let me just go back just for a minute. Seems I jumped the gun and went a little fast, but Kimberly Patton guessed that Elvis was wishing for a blue Christmas. Thank you, Miss Kim. Good to know you're with us this morning. So I got some more questions for you, but we're going to bring the roundtable people in and we're going to ask some more questions, and everybody is eligible, as they say, to answer them. Barbara Wallace Edwards is here with us this morning, and Mychal Walker is here with us this morning. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Tom.
Okay, so Barbara, I before we ask another question here, let me just ask you, tell us a little bit about the event that you had with my good friend George Pugh, former University of Alabama football player, and yes, he is a good friend. Game's over, so
Yes,
we're
yes,
back. But
yes.
tell us about that event, Barbara, that George called me up about.
Well, thank you, Tom. I had an opportunity to attend an event this weekend here in Birmingham called the Night of Legends. And it was an event that was hosted by Jeremiah Castile, the Jeremiah Castile Foundation, and George Pugh, who were both Alabama football legends. And the event was to honor the first Black football players that played the first 5 years at Alabama from 1970 to 1975, where I think the first Black player was signed to scholarship at Alabama in 1970. So they honored 27 gentlemen. 3 of them are deceased, but the others are still living, and most of them were able to make that event this weekend. It was a full weekend of events. On Friday night, they had an event for the family and friends of these legends, and they honored them by awarding them gifts and had them come up and speak. On Saturday, they had these legends signing autographs at the Galleria in the mall, at the food court. And the lines were, I think, wrapped around the building, people trying to get in. And then on Saturday night, it was a black tie affair, cocktail hour, had over 500 people attending, and some
Wow.
very powerful individuals were there in that room on Saturday night. So it was well attended, well planned. George, and I tip my hat to him. Like, we are Auburn alums, but when it comes to honoring our people, I support anyone. So I'm glad I had an opportunity to attend. It was a great event.
We're glad that you went, and I'm glad that George and them were able to successfully have it. He called me up to tell me about it. I guess actually invited me, and
Yes.
I didn't get to go. Of course, I've had the knee surgery, and so I couldn't go. But I'm so glad it was a great event, and
It
I'm sure
was.
that will spur other events, similar events.
I do hope so. And that was one of the things that George and Jeremiah talked about, that they hope that this will be the first of all the schools in the SEC, or representatives from those university players at least, finding a way to honor the first that were there. And not just the players, but also the first Black coaches and administrators. So I'm hoping that Auburn University and others will follow suit and do something very similar, if not the same.
Very good, very good. What was that? Let me ask. I got a question for you and Mychal, more related to our subject today, a Christmas question. And this one was one that somebody asked me the other day, and I had to think about it. And it says, "What was your most memorable Christmas gift as a child?" Can you tell me what your mind? And I'll let you guys think about it for a minute. What was your most memorable Christmas gift as a child? Mine was a football uniform that Santa Claus brought me. It was funny because I was big into football. My dad wasn't, and so he didn't know. So he went and bought this uniform. I wanted a Baltimore coach because I loved Johnny Unitas and all those guys.
Right.
And it turns out he bought me, when I unpacked it, it was a Green Bay Packer uniform. Well, I didn't know
Oh.
anything about the Green Bay Packers, and neither did he really, but I guess that was the only one they had. And so when I got it out and I put the helmet on, and it's got the big G on the side of it, and I said, "Well,
Yes.
what does that G stand for, Daddy?" He said, "Gossam."
Gossam.
I said, "Okay."
I guess that one.
So I had my own team. So
I
I'll
love
never
it.
forget that Christmas. That was so much fun. What was your
Yes.
most memorable Christmas gift? You guys got an answer?
I would say my first camera, Tom, and I've been asking for a camera all year. I think I was probably 9 years old. And I don't know why I was interested in photography or taking pictures, but it was just something that I thought I wanted, and I got it, and I loved it. Christmas Day, and I took pictures all day long, and of course, and I was like, but I got to wait for them to be developed. So about a week later, I was like, oh, okay, they can go back. But I love that thing, So it was exciting on Christmas morning to know that I had that gift, the particular one that I picked out in the Sears catalog and said, that's the one I wanted. That's the one I got. So that was exciting.
What about you, Mychal?
I don't know. There are several, but I probably have to say the one that I was most surprised was when I got a 5-speed bicycle that had a stick shift on the bar, and it had that long banana seat and those high handlebars like that. So
yeah. Oh, you had one of those, huh?
Yeah, it came up like this and was a 5-speed, with a gear box on it. So I think that's probably that was one of the most memorable, along with I got a air rifle one time because I was big into the rifleman and I wanted a rifleman, so they got me an air rifle. So
you was Lucas McCain.
Yeah.
I saw an episode of Bonanza the other day. Hoss fell in love, and I said, that poor girl, she don't know at 5 minutes to the hour, she gonna have to die. Cartwright can't marry anybody. The worst thing you could do if you were a guest star was fall in love with a Cartwright.
Right.
Because you wasn't gonna make it long.
It was not gonna last very long.
Kim Patton is with us this morning. Kim says her most memorable, she said, I got 10 $100 bills to buy what I wanted. Amazing. I saved it, which started my interest in financial literacy reading. Somebody gave her 10 $100 bills. Man.
Cool.
Damn, Kim.
Yeah, really. Want to grow up in her household. I'd trade that camera in any day for that.
So let's do a few questions here. So anyway, let me just go ahead. So any of you guys ever seen the movie The Christmas Story?
Because if I have.
The Christmas Story? You hadn't seen The Christmas Story about the guy who wanted to get the air rifle?
No, I have not seen that one, Tom.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I won't ask that question then. Is Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol? I assume you guys have seen that. Yes. What was the first name of Scrooge?
Ebenezer.
Scrooge is, hey,
Ebenezer.
There you go. Hey, so if in the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happened every time a bell rings?
An angel appeared.
Close.
Oh.
Close.
Mychal?
Anybody? I'm trying to see if anybody in our chat has got it. In the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happened every time a bell rang?
An angel gets his wings.
Right. There you go. There you go.
An angel did what?
Angel got his wings.
Okay.
He got his wings. Okay. You know that angel came down to save him from himself, really. Yes. Somebody says.
Atlas said an eagle gets his wings.
Good morning, Vernell. Christmas. Oh, okay. Somebody's getting Christmas presents. What country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
It was what's present day is France. It was actually a part of Germany. And that happened in 1576 in a private home in what's called modern day France, but it was a province of Germany. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's great. Good deal. Boy, you knew that one. We're gonna have we'll put you on here with the singing man. What's our guy name?
Santa.
No, not Santa. 25 Days of Christmas.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah. Eric, if you're watching, you got some competition out here. In Home Alone, which I saw was on the other night, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
Paris.
Paris, France. There you go. Elvis isn't going. What do people traditionally put on top of a Christmas tree?
Star.
No, I put an angel on mine.
Some people put a star.
That's true. That's true, Mychal.
We'll go with both of them then. How about that? Somebody, Mychal, after you gave the answer about France and Germany, somebody says Mychal has been Googling. Hey, that's how you find. Hey, that's what they told you growing up, right? When you said,
I'll look it up.
Mama, tell me, right? Go look it up. What they told you. Can you tell me about something? Go look it up. Yeah. Okay. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Feliz Navidad.
There you go. There you go.
We had that on last week.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. I'm trying. Some of them on here kind of hard. In the Christmas song, who did the narrator see kissing Santa Claus under the mistletoe?
I'm gonna let one of our viewers answer that one. That was. Let's see if somebody can get that.
Can anybody over there answer that? Anybody in the chat? Let me see. What is the where did it go? First country Christmas song. What's the name? Anyway, if nobody's got it, I can't even find where the question is anymore.
Mommy kissed the Santa Claus.
Mommy.
Yeah, it was Mommy. Yeah. There you go. There we go. Luana Carroll got it. Jay Jackson got it. Laura Wallace got it. I just wasn't paying attention. Sorry about that, guys. Tim Lambert got it. Vernell said Mommy and Daddy. It's a different type of thing. I'm having fun. What was the first company? What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising?
Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Damn, go ahead. Well, I figured that was going to be
think about that one. I know.
I said, well, they ain't gonna get this one. Go ahead on, Mychal.
Yeah, Michael's been Googling.
I didn't Google that. I just pay attention.
Michael's a marketing man. Here's a good one. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song?
12.
Nope.
How many?
More than 12. Okay. That's that on the first day of Christmas,
right?
Such, on the 6th day, such and such.
You want me to add all those things up, Tom?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking the question.
A lot. A lot.
Said 12. Barbara says a lot. I don't think anybody will get this. 364.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a little difficult. So
that's what I'm going to ask for. 364 gifts. Yes.
There you go.
I probably won't get one. Lori Wallace, if you're listening, I want 364 gifts.
If you get a football uniform, make sure it's got the right thing on it. So,
yeah, right.
My daddy told me that's Gossom. I said, okay.
And you believed him.
Well, I just wanted the uniform, It was like, okay, I can play. And I think back on it, and I imagine it was they carried the Green Bay because of Bart Starr, who was the big quarterback at Alabama and who was living in Birmingham. Okay, I got a couple more for you guys. What words follow Silent Night in the song?
Holy Night.
There you go.
Yeah, Holy Night.
There you go. You're a little timid with that answer, though. Maybe you wasn't totally sure.
No, I was just replaying the Temptation song when they do it in my mind.
I was singing it in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal.
I had to do the intro and I had to do the intro and everything, so it took me a little bit longer to come up with an answer. I'm like,
Well, we got several people. Lachelle, Law Vaughn got Holy Night. Jay Jackson and Lori Wallace. Thank you, guys.
All right. All my folks.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's do a couple more. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think anybody would get that. And the name, what was the name of? I wouldn't get this one. I'll just say that. What is the name of George Bailey's guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh, I'm doing like Michael. Let me Google that.
George Bailey. I'm not Googling.
What is the name of George Bailey's guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life? That's a difficult one. You remember that little angel guy who followed him
Clarence
around?
Oddbody.
You and Tim Lambert. Tim said Tim got Clarence.
All right, go Tim.
Hey, thank you, Tim. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. What is the name of the last ghost that visits Scrooge in Carol? What is the name of the last ghost that visits Scrooge in A Christmas Carol? He was visited by what? 4 ghosts?
Yes.
3 ghosts? What was
4
the name of the
ghosts, I
last
think.
one? Christmas.
The ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Yeah, there you go. I was trying to get y'all, fixing to give you a hint, but he got, yep. Basically, the ghost of the future. Christmas yet to come.
Hey,
Go
Tom,
ahead.
I got a couple things, just a few historic facts about Christmas that I find kind of interesting. The first Christmas was celebrated December 25th, AD 336,
Wow.
which is 300 years after the death of Jesus, is what they say.
Okay, and of course, I know somebody's gonna say, well, you know, a lot of other countries celebrate Christmas, and we have other Christmases in other ways. We're just talking about the good old-fashioned American Christmas, so that takes care of that. But go ahead. What's your other thing, Mike?
Okay, the first Christmas tree in America was 1804, and the national holiday for Christmas was put in effect December 25th, 1870.
Wow.
And I heard yesterday that Alabama was the first state to actually officially declare the state holiday, the Christmas a state holiday. I never heard that before.
I never heard that either.
I hadn't heard that. I'm surprised they weren't 49th, Tom.
That's maybe the
That's
only
first
time
thing,
we were first.
thing I thought of.
I also found that Rome used to hold what was called a winter festival, where they would exchange gifts and have parties before it became a tradition of Christmas.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Has anybody got any other Christmas questions? Let me see where we are here.
I don't have any other Christmas questions, but I want to say I was so excited that Santa was coming today. I couldn't sleep last night. It was like being a little kid today. I think I got an hour's sleep. I wore my Christmas Santa sweater and everything.
I
was ready
see.
for Santa.
I see. I don't have a Christmas Santa sweater, but I did wear red. So,
You know, it's interesting you have on a Christmas sweater, but what I understand, there's a comeback of the ugly Christmas sweater now. You remember those ugly Christmas sweaters?
Yes.
People are now having ugly Christmas sweater parties.
Oh, yes, it's huge. That's a big deal.
And they're going out paying big money to get an ugly sweater.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
I didn't. Okay.
Let me a couple more quick questions. We're going to get Santa in here. Visions of which food danced in the children's head as they slept in the poem "Twas the Night Before Christmas"? Visions of what food?
Sugar plums.
Sugar plums. There you go. All right, this is my last question here. Let's see. What gift did the little drummer boy give to the newborn Christ?
Let one of our viewers answer that one. Let's get them involved again.
Okay. Where was I? What gift did the little drummer boy give to the newborn Christ? he gave him, he played a song for him on his drums.
Played his drums, yes.
There you go. Watch it with her. I'm trying to think of, I was just wondering, you guys are answering. Laurie says we were answering too fast, and then we probably were. Sorry about that, Laurie. We're just so excited. We can't help it. Okay, has anybody got another Christmas question? And we'll go slow this time. A recital drum. Yeah, I was going to for several people. Luana got it. And somebody else got it there. So I'll ask one more, and we'll let the audience answer this one.
Okay. I have one, Tom.
Okay, go ahead.
What is the best-selling Christmas song ever?
Oh, wow. Okay. Does anybody know? We'll see if the audience knows. The best-selling. Repeat the question, Barb. There you go.
What is the best-selling Christmas song ever?
I got an idea, but I don't know if it's right. Anybody?
Come on, Lori Wallace. You said we were not giving you enough time. That's my sister. I can pick on her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, we have a couple answers. Are any of those correct?
I can't see them. What are they, Michael? I'm sorry.
Well, Lori says the Christmas song by Nat King Cole.
Nope. That's not
And
it.
then Lachelle says the Temptations Christmas song.
No, that's not it. It's White Christmas by Bing Cosby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bing Cosby.
Well, I have one that I think is probably easy, and I'll just say it's easy, so somebody should get this. What popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I think, what's his name? We went over that with Eric, didn't we? Yeah,
Yes, we did.
I can't remember what.
We did.
Say, ask the question again.
Okay. What popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I remember him.
I'm trying to
Okay,
think.
so if you don't know, you just say, okay, audience, we're giving you a chance to answer this one.
Yes, audience.
Oh, well,
Wait a minute, we got an answer from Santa. He said Jingle Bells.
that is true. That is correct.
Well, I
Wow.
think Santa has some inside information.
Yeah, Santa probably knows all the answers.
Thank
He
you,
didn't want to
Santa.
cheat.
Okay, we're going. Anything else before we move on? We want to get Santa in here,
Let's
so we
bring
got time
Santa
to call
on.
in. So that was great. Thank you guys so much. Let's. Our G list today is where everybody is a star. Is brought to you by Mainstream Financial Group. Let's hear from Mainstream.
Mainstream Financial Group provides financial services for both individuals and businesses. Mainstream's mission is to understand the unique needs of every client and work closely with you, assembling a team to develop and manage your resources to help you accomplish your defined financial goals. Mainstream's financial professionals will provide you with a complimentary, no obligation financial review. Now, these professionals can then offer you custom advice to mend together the pieces of your financial life and come up with a plan that is truly comprehensive. Mainstream Financial assists retirees and those close to retirement in planning for a secure retirement so not to run out of money during your lifetime. You can take advantage of opportunities with tailored advice and the resources to act on it. Mainstream Financial Group, www.mainstreamfg.com, 205-324-0589.
Let your money run out before you do. So our G-list guest for today, you know, Hollywood's got the A-list, and here on Tuesdays with Tom, we have the G-list, where everybody is a star. Today's G-list guest is Santa himself. Excuse me. Nathaniel Rutledge. Nathaniel is back again this year as Santa. So Nathaniel, or Santa Nathaniel, good morning.
Good morning. Ho, 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 ho.
How are you this morning, Santa?
All is well. It's so beautiful down here.
Oh, good. And you came down from the North Pole this morning?
Yes, sir. Got up early with Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Donner and Cupid and Donner and Vixen. All of us. Even Rudolph led the way this morning.
Did he really? Good for
Yes,
you.
he did.
So what do you got for us? Did you bring gifts by virtue of a song or a package or maybe a Green Bay Packer uniform? What'd you bring for us this morning, Santa?
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's going to find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming to town. And I'm here.
All right. Thank you. That was great. That was absolutely wonderful. So Santa, what do you got? What do you got for us this morning? Did you bring me a gift, man?
Oh, have you been naughty or have you been nice?
Oh, I'm always nice.
Well, all the nice boys and girls, all the nice boys and girls, we've brought traditional nuts and fruits and candies, and we're going to try to provide your special wish. But of course, if you've been naughty, you only get a lump of coal.
So let me say, we're going to have Mike. I know Mychal and Barbara's got a couple questions for you. Excuse me, man, I got the hiccups, so just ignore that. Excuse me, and we're going to have the audience may ask you some questions for. So anybody's got any questions for Santa, go ahead and put them in the chat. And Mychal and Barbara, one of you guys want to step forward and ask Santa your questions?
I'll defer to Barbara.
I was going to say, Mychal, you've been nice, so I'm going to let you go first. Okay, Santa.
Hello,
I want
Barbara.
snow for Christmas. I just want to see a white Christmas one year. Do you think we'll finally get some snow in at least my part of the world this year?
Ooh, that's going to be tough. Because even when the snow starts falling, when it hits the 70-degree weather of Alabama, it's going to dissipate. So we're just going to hope it steams off and not become rain.
Yeah.
But I think everybody wants to be outside this year, so we're going to keep it nice and just a little cool breeze.
Thank you, Santa.
Yes.
Santa, I always wanted to know, how can you leave the North Pole and deliver all these gifts to these children all over the world, and how long does it take to do that?
Actually, it doesn't take as long as you would think, because as we travel the world, we are, as we go into each time zone, we're a little bit earlier than what people would think. So it doesn't take long, and I guess we'll just call that magic. And we get to all the children.
Okay.
So how does this kissing thing work, Santa? Do all the mommies kiss you?
Well, Mrs. Santa would be on break during that time back home. So sometimes What she doesn't know won't hurt her. But we want to keep all the little boys and girls, especially little girls, happy. So when Mama kiss Santa Claus, we're just gonna be delighted.
Well, Santa, I've got another question for you, Santa.
Certainly.
Some houses don't have chimneys. So I want to know how you get in and out without going down the chimney if there's no chimney there. You're landing on the rooftop, but how do you get in?
Well, remember, if you've seen some of my shows, the chimney is not always available. And sometimes Santa has to use the help and helping magic of some of his very special friends who will help him to ease through the cracks of doors or to be able to come through the chutes where pets come in and out. Any access whatsoever, even the mailbox chute that comes into the house. Santa uses all of that, and if none of that works, there's always backdoor Santa. He can sneak in that way. Get a little help from a family member who just forgot to lock the door.
Right.
That's a Clarence Carter Santa Claus. Yeah, backdoor Santa making runs about the break of day.
Yes.
Bring all the pretty little children presents.
That is great.
Absolutely.
Does anybody in the chat got a question for Santa? Put it in the chat and we'll get it up there. Michael, you got anything?
Yes. I know that you like to have cookies and milk, but a lot of residences that you go to, they have these guard dogs and all of that. How do you get around the guard dogs and keep them from waking everybody up when you come in with your white beard and all this stuff?
Absolutely. Great question, little Michael. Santa has a special loaf of bologna. He brings his bologna with him as soon as the dog, as vicious as they are, when they get a taste of that bologna, they calm down and go over to the side and Santa can work his magic. Absolutely.
Oh, good deal.
And it's the thick kind.
You have to cut it off the loaf, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Barbara, you got anything else for Santa?
I stopped laughing, yes. Well, Santa, I think you heard me say that, just like in the 12 days of Christmas, I want 364 gifts this year. Now, I don't know who you get to talk to try to make that happen, but do you think you can make that happen for me this year, Santa?
Absolutely, positively. You shall be granted your wish of 364 gifts. And each gift will occur every day that you wake up this year.
Okay.
So each of the 364 days, you will wake up and receive a gift. And on the 365th, you will thank him who made it all possible.
There you go.
Thank you.
Santa, do you have anything you want to talk about that we haven't discussed before we get another song or two from you?
Well, the biggest thing that Santa wants to relate to everybody, and especially your listening audience, is that Christmas is about giving and about spreading cheer. There are so many people that are lonely. There are so many people that are sad, that are going through troublesome memories and hard times. So spread cheer, spread the gift of love. Everywhere you go, say hello. Give somebody a hey, how you doing? I've noticed that even when Santa goes out, going through the town, walking through the park, when I start singing a little jingle, other people join in with cheer. Just do things that bring joy. And that's the best Christmas gift that you can give anybody. And the best thing is we can give it all year long. Just being nice.
Good deal, Santa. That's great.
Yes.
Somebody said, preach, Santa. There you go.
All right.
There you go. Let me ask you, Santa, so after Christmas, do you get a little vacation before you start working on all these gifts for next year?
Well, certainly I hope to have a little vacation. Santa wants to go and relax just a little bit, maybe put on a tropical shirt and some Bermuda shorts and sit on the sand on the beach and just have a good time with my shades on, sipping on a Mai Tai. Looking forward to just having a good, restful time, hopefully for a little while before we start preparing again for next year. It's all Christmas is always on our mind.
Okay.
Santa, one of our listeners wrote in and said, would you please let his Gamecocks beat North Carolina in their bowl game? And would you give Mike Bobo a new job?
All right. I think we can handle both of those. I believe that the Gamecocks actually are a much better team than North Carolina this year. We're just going to hope that the rain holds so that when the game plays, it won't be so sloppy. And I think the Gamecocks will prevail. So go ahead on and chalk that up and tell them that Santa said it, that they will win. And Coach Mike Bobo, awesome guy, awesome man. If he doesn't pick up a job real quick on the collegiate level, I know he can go over to Auburn High and be an assistant.
Santa, you're a little cold.
Santa giving out gifts, so
something for everyone.
That's right.
on every level, huh?
Yes.
On every level.
Barbara, you got anything else for Santa?
Yes, Santa. I know that you help the parents and you give gifts to all the good little boys and girls, but there's someone else that gave to us first and was an example to us all, and that was God giving us Jesus. I know you believe in that as well. So people sometimes think because people believe in Santa that they don't believe in God. Would you talk about that?
Certainly. If anyone were to believe that Santa was not directly connected to the Savior, they would be wrong. Santa realizes that there would be no Santa if not the greatest gift had not been sent down to this world. Santa realizes, and all of his family realizes, that we're able to be servants and to work this ministry of gift giving because the greatest gift was given to the world by the Almighty. Until we humble ourselves down and realize that there is a power greater than us all, one that sits high with all authority, but has all divine love as well. The essence is giving, and the essence is service. And in doing so, Santa finds his way every day to thanking the Lord for one more opportunity.
Amen.
Thank you, Santa.
Thank you, Santa.
I got a question for you, Santa.
Yes, sir, Tom.
Did you know that you were going to grow up to be Santa Claus when you were a kid? Did Santa Claus come visit you as a kid, or how did you just grow up to be Santa Claus?
It's interesting that you would say that, Tom. Being little boy Kris Kringle, I just wandered around and enjoyed playing with the reindeer and just doing whatever I could just to have fun, never having a clue of exactly what would happen when I grew up. But I did know that I cared about the welfare of other people. I did know that even in my little circle of the world, that I could do something good that would help somebody else. Little did I know that just having an attitude of giving and an attitude of thankfulness, that I'd be able to grow up to be the most renowned character that lives on the earth, that has a special day just to stop by people's houses and they don't call the police to report a burglary. It's a beautiful life, I tell you. It's great.
I got a question. I got another question for you.
Yes, sir.
So when you are in these people's homes and you're kissing somebody's mama, has the husband ever come in on you as you were kissing his wife, and how does that work out?
So far, so good. We haven't had any husband to walk in while Santa is on the move. Every now and then, I think they suspect something may be awry. But when they look under the tree and they see all the pretty presents, they're soon and quickly forgotten. So Santa gets another pass to next year.
So Santa, tell us about the COVID and how that has affected you, and what kind of message do you have for the people regarding the COVID as we go forward into this next year?
Yeah, the coronavirus, COVID-19, has been rough even on Santa. That means that there needs to be less hand-to-hand touching, more separation and space between people, and constant washing of our hands. Something that we've been taught to do our entire lives, that we should be doing and exercising for the most part, but so many have not. So Santa's had to do a lot more packaging and wrapping to make sure that all the gifts stay separated, a whole lot more sanitizing. When I get there to everybody's home, I see that the cookies are now wrapped in cellophane, and the cups are already covered before I drink. So things are done with more thoughtfulness and not just leaving things out and not just spreading from one person to another. This sickness is real. And sometimes we want to enjoy the fruits of life, but we don't want to be obedient to the things that can help us to continue to do that. So if our listeners aren't vaccinated, I would ask that you consider it. You take a look at the numbers and realize that perhaps that may be a good move to make in order to help others as well as helping ourselves. And then do all of those hygiene efforts to make sure that we stay safe and healthy and free.
Santa, I think you ought to run for office, man. You're pretty good.
Well, I hold office in the North Pole, and that's good enough for me. There's others to handle all of the other jobs that are out there. So thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate that.
Okay. Anybody, Barbara, Michael, any audience, you got anything else for Santa? Santa, you got anything else for us?
I have another question for Santa. In this new age of technology, Santa, and especially since COVID, you're not able to go into the malls and for the little boys and girls to come and visit you. But how are the kids getting their Christmas list to you and their wishes to you these days?
Santa always gets the wishes from the children, always. And by the way, I got yours, and it came with a picture with a beautiful Christmas sweater.
Oh,
When
okay.
Santa gets messages by email, by text mail, still gets mail through the post office, still reads each and every one to see what the desires are for each and every child. One child here most recently didn't want a doll, didn't want a bicycle, didn't want even any other toy. It just wanted to be happy. And Santa provides happiness wherever he goes. So let's have a happy Christmas.
Santa, can you give us another song?
Certainly, it would be a joy. Let's talk about some of my friends. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
All right, man. That's wonderful, Santa. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Love
Let
this
me
thing.
ask and see if anybody in the chat has got a song request of Santa.
All right.
Any got anything they Santa to sing? We'll have to wait a few minutes. So see if anybody will do that. Anything else from Mychal and Barbara? Well, we're waiting to see if anybody in the audience got a song they want to request to Santa.
Well, I like to ask Santa, what is his favorite Christmas song?
Wow. I don't think anybody's ever asked Santa that. My favorite Christmas song is probably, and I love all Christmas songs, but it is probably Hark the Herald, Angels Sing. That is one of my all-time favorites.
Would you like to sing it for us, Santa?
Oh, certainly. We could do that. Or we could even, let's do a little bit of that.
Okay.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
All right.
Awesome, Santa.
Thank you, Santa. Thank you.
Yes.
Very good.
Before we move on, has anybody got any final requests from Santa Barbara? Mychal,
I don't have
you
any
guys
final
got anything?
Final request. I want to say thank you, Santa. And we got a comment in the chat. Antley says Santa is off the chain.
Awesome. Atlee, we'll see you soon. Just a couple of days.
Okay.
All right.
All righty.
I want to say thank you, Santa, for coming to visit us and bringing Christmas cheer. It's been a pleasure, and we certainly appreciate you, and we wish you well on your trips to deliver to all the little girls and boys.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Santa.
Mychal.
Yes. And we hope that all the parents will let their children watch this show so they can see Santa for themselves and know that Santa is really real.
Santa is real. That's right. Absolutely. And actually, I don't know how much time is left. I actually have a little medley that goes into the new year that helps us to celebrate it and bring it all the holiday season together.
Let's do it.
To you, my friends. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot on days of all lang syne? For old lang syne, for old lang wine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. Come, they told him, ba-rum-pa-bum-bum, a newborn king to see, ba-rum-pa-bum-bum. Our finest gifts we'll bring, ba-rum-pa-bum-bum, to lay before our king, ba-rum-pa-bum-bum, rum-pa-bum-bum, rum-pa-bum-bum. For to honor him, ba-rum-pa-bum-bum, when he comes. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. For old lang syne, my friends, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. Merry Christmas.
Awesome.
Merry Christmas.
man.
Merry. Well, that was just awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, and we hate that we have to wait another year to see you again.
Oh,
But we'll look forward to
It'll be
it.
worth the wait.
I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Santa, Michael, Barbara. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, for our closing comment today, we want to thank all of you who have supported us this year, not only those of you in your role, as our audience got the hiccups, but all of you who have been guests and those of you who have recommended guests. It takes all of us to make this work every Tuesday. So thank you to the audience. Thank you to the Tuesday crew, Joyce, Emily, Sean, Valton, and the many guests we've had this year. Some of the guests we had this year from start of the year with lobbyist Don Bolliard, entrepreneur Winona Satch, Professor Maurice Hobson, the friend Stefan Chakota Demings, civil rights activist Bob Zellner, Mayor Frank Bricada of Hoover, Alabama, actor David Shifter, author T.K. Thorne, our good friend Sam Johnson, always makes us smile, and many others, including the In the Heat of the Night fans. Thank you for keeping the show alive, and thank you for being with us for another year, and that is how I see it for December 21 in the year 2021. This is our show for today, and for this year, we will be back on January the 4th. So thank the audience. We appreciate you. Thank you, Michael Barber. Thank our G-List guest, Santa. He was absolutely wonderful. Thank our sponsors, Best Girl, Mainstream Financial Group. Thank Emily Hedrick, the communicator, our producer. Remember to enjoy yourself. Make every day count. Stay safe. Peace.